We've been calling it eclectic urban with a southwestern twist. My husband grew up in Santa Fe, New Mexico, so we brought some of that with us. You know, we've got folk art, we've got some contemporary art, a little eccentric, a little unexpected, without being, you know, knocking people over the head with it. But funky, we don't think of ourselves as, I'm certainly not hip in any way, shape, or form, but funky I can go with. It's a great place to come and relax. The pocketbook thing is really important to me. You know, I don't want anybody going out of here feeling like they've been gouged. So I guess I want them to feel like it was a stress reliever. You know, they had really good food, they didn't have to pay too much for it, and they could relax a little bit and maybe get another breath to tackle the rest of whatever they have to tackle that day.
So Adam, Flo has been a mainstay on Chicago Avenue for the last 7 years. Tell us why you chose it.
When you first walk into Flo, you'll notice the awning on top says Flo, good food, and that describes it to a T in my opinion. Kind of kitschy decor inside, lots of artwork from local artists inside. The food itself is somewhat hard to describe. In my opinion, it's maybe a Tex-Mex, New Mex flavor. I hate to call it Mexican because it's not Mexican. They have a little bit of everything on the menu, especially breakfast. You'll find everything from what I typically order is called Flo style, which is scrambled eggs ladled with a red sauce, pico de gallo, breakfast potatoes, my favorite. I find it somewhat hard to find a good breakfast place in the city. There's maybe a 5 or 6 that I can name off that I enjoy going to regularly, but in my opinion, Flo is the best.
I brought my mother there, who's a great cook as well. And we loved it because it's not like walking into an IHOP. You know, it's not your Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. You can't get the whipped cream or your side of bacon and breakfast sausage. You know, they actually think about what's going on their menu and are very creative with it. Like I had the Flo bowl. I can barely say it. Flo bowl, and it was like
That's not a football.
No, it was just sort of like scrambled eggs with a poblano sauce. I mean, I was so happy to see poblano on the menu because today the big trend is chipotle. Everything's chipotle, and I'm so tired of those chipotles. And but the poblano eggs were excellent.
It's interesting you mention poblano because the owners, Renee and Rodney Carswell, are actually from New Mexico, and they actually import their poblano peppers from New Mexico.
My mom couldn't really take the spicy poblanos. It was so early in the morning, so she ordered it with no sauce and kind of ordered a special frittata, and they did not give her a hard time at all. Whereas I think in a lot of places they're like, just pick up the menu, you know, and she didn't. She got a special frittata with no sauce on the side, and they were so great, wonderful. I loved it. I will definitely be back.
Now, some of the dishes come with a red sauce or the green sauce, which were imported from New Mexico, but they also have every type of hot sauce you can imagine. I love Cholula hot sauce. I put it on everything.
Cholula's so good.
I don't want to admit I did cover my meatloaf in it too because I just love it, but on its own, the sauces that they do offer normally are very good.
I like a selection because sometimes partway through the meal, okay, I want to mellow down here, or I want to get a little spicier. They put them all right there, so you can pick. And sometimes it's kind of like a wine service almost. Which one would you like? You know?
See, Colleen, you went for brunch, though.
I went for brunch.
And Greg, you went for dinner.
I did go for dinner, and we saw a lot of regulars come in and order takeout for dinner. And so we got to sit down. We had the barbecued ribs. They were great. They were kind of a sweet and smooth rib that kind of fell off the bone. That was our appetizer there. And the form of the food, I would call it, one of the descriptions was New Mexican. I would almost call it, it has the form of Mexican, like a taco or an enchilada. I mean, those are the forms, but that's not what's inside could be, you know, anything.
It's not saying Nuevo Latino, like New Mexico, but it's New Mexico, the state.
Right. I mean, everything we had was really good. You look at it and you go, can they do that? And they can.
Adam, you went for dinner also. What'd you have?
Honestly, I've only been there once for dinner. I've been there a million times for breakfast. I was so surprised. I'm like, I wonder how it's going to be at dinner. And I want to say it was like a completely different restaurant at night. They had kind of loungy music playing in the background, tea-light candles everywhere you looked. Just a very warm, relaxing environment. We started out with an appetizer of shrimp nachos, which are outstanding. For an entree, Frito pie. And Frito pie, you're thinking, what exactly is Frito pie? It's not actually a pie.
Not Frito the artist, but Frito as
like
in
chips.
chips.
I was thinking
exactly.
Frito-Lay.
Exactly, Frito-Lay, it is.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's
Like corn chips.
It's steak mixed in with black beans, I believe a few other items and spices, and they actually sprinkle real Frito chips around it.
Oh, I
and
love
right
that.
on the side of the plate.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
They probably stole it from you.
And what's really cool, that the crowning touch of this dish is they put the empty Frito bag tucked underneath the plate so you know that
They
it's
did
real
not.
Fritos.
Are you kidding?
And,
It's interesting, though. How do you take a breakfast place and then take it to dinner?
Well, breakfast is interesting. They've just got this great energy going. It's always busy. If you go there too late, you will wait. I will warn you. But what's nice is they give you the Intelligentsia coffee complimentary while you're waiting. They know it's probably going to be a while. I almost wish they'd open it up a little bit more if they could do it somehow.
The coffee, incidentally, the Intelligentsia coffee, it's a special blend that Intelligentsia had created specifically for Flow. So the coffee that you're going to have at Flow is not that you're going to have anywhere else. Adam, tell us about Flow's antique pencil collection.
They have an antique
That
pencil
is
collection.
weird. I was staring at that the whole time I was there. My mom and I were like, well, maybe we just take one on the way out. We didn't. We didn't.
complimentary.
Really, they're not. So you can't take them.
No.
Oh, we wanted to.
Well, Adam, everyone here seems to go with the flow. Give us a quick summary.
I, once again, love this restaurant. It's my favorite. It's truly a gem on Chicago Avenue. It's sort of a up-and-coming area, but all of a sudden you'll see the entrance to Flow, and to me it's just beckons me every time I go by. Just absolutely enjoy it.
And Greg, for you?
I think for a place that hasn't been open for dinner that long, probably a year and a half, they've done an excellent job.
And Colleen?
I'll definitely go back. I go out every Sunday for brunch. It's my day off. And my friends and I, we take it very seriously. And I would drive all the way over to Chicago Avenue to have brunch there.
Well, you can pick your own hot sauce at Flow at 1434 West Chicago Avenue, 312-243-0477. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner Tuesday through Saturday and brunch on Sunday. Reservations are accepted for dinner only, and the average tab per person without drinks is $15.